Miss Kim, you looked up, raising brows. Yes, Manager Kang, you replied, shifting your focus back to screen. There's a call for you from upper management. You stopped typing and looked at him frowning. And why is that, sir? Is there something? They should call you. Why me? You replied faintly, smiling, and manager scratched his head. I don't know, because our new CEO is new, so he wants to meet team leads. Maybe. You got up sighing. I don't think so. There's my call because my reporting is to you. Why he wants to meet me? You said, sliding your hands in your pocket. Maybe CEO has love at first sight for you. She replied. You peek at her, squinting though. Chloe, you better to focus on your work. She chuckled. Sure, material. She replied, and you shook your head while smiling. Other team leads did meet CEO? You asked, and he poked his inner cheek. They met when all of us got introduced to him, but not like this. Might this could be a reason that you weren't here that time, so you nodded. I'll check it out. He nodded as you were about to walk. I'm going for a meeting, might not be here, but tell me what happened. You smiled. You slowly opened the door as his secretary guided you, and you look around like a curious kid, but then your eyes went to the person who is standing back facing you. You slowly walked in and corrected yourself before speaking. Good morning, sir. You hesitantly said, and your heart skipped a beat as he turns around and looking at you with those dark eyes. There is nothing good in this morning, Miss Fine, he said, throwing some files on his table while your words felt like to stuck in your throat. He walked near you before standing in front of you, and with his expression you can tell that he has millions of questions to ask you. And you felt like your body getting numb after seeing him after a year. And now I think your money is not so good now. Any which ways, a very good morning to you. While you looked down. You have called me, sir. You spoke lowly. Call me by my name. You looked up. Jungkook. Before you could complete. It's Mr. John Jungkook for you. You looked other side before inhaling. Yes, Mr. John. You said in very low voice, and he exhaled furiously, taking some files from the table. Are you the team lead of expense tracker? You nodded, and he gave you a blank look. Words, ma'am. You looked up. Yes, sir, you replied in a sarcastic tone, and he poked his inner cheek. I better to fix this attitude of yours. You squint your brows a little. First fix yours, then others. You mumbled in very low voice, but audible enough to him. Your team has the most escalation from client. Mind to explain? He asked, and you looked at him. I know we are working on that, sir. You replied, and he folded his arm across the chest. You better be, because I'll file from next time. You looked at him shocked. So you just can't fire the employees for that. Mistakes do happen, and we all are human, so it's common. You replied, walking a little near him while he stared directly in your eyes. I will. Do we have anything to say? He asked, raising brows, and you just stared him unbelievably. I can't guarantee that, sir, and you can't make employees work like this. You replied, and he let out a dry chuckle. They will. I don't like imperfection. You shut your eyes before exhaling. Okay, sir. Anything else? You asked, and he turned to arrange files. This is for today. I will call you if anything else. Sorry, sir, but I am not authorized to report you. As per my duty, I will report my reporting manager. If there is anything else, he will be there. He turned. From now onwards, you will report me only. You have to come whenever I call you. He replied coldly. I won't. You can't force me to do that. Manager Kang is here for that. You firmly said. He remained silent for a while as you are almost walked the door, but your steps halt as he speaks again. I'll fire him, he said, walking near you, and you looked at him unbelievably. You can't be serious. You replied, and Jungkook walked more closer. I'm serious. He locked the door, and you maintained your gesture. You can't just mix our personal and professional lives, he chuckled sarcastically. There's nothing professional, just personal. He replied and you gulped. Listen, I'm here to ruin you just the way you tarnished my image and my family's reputation. And his eyes telling something else. Past should be past, don't bring into a present. He walked more closer, reducing every inch gap, but he didn't move a budge. Past is when you forget. I didn't forget anything, he whispered. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm genuinely sorry for what I did. But what? You are just sorry. You even know what you did. You remain silent. I make you feel same pain I gone through, even more worse. You shut your eyes as you looked at him, back at him. If it makes you feel good and I can pay you back like that, then do whatever you want. You spoke coldly. You turned and opened the door before walking outside and he watched your disappearing figure. Shift is over, ma'am. Why are you working so hard? She said, walking near you, and you looked at her and smiled. I have to complete it by today because I am at off, so she sighed. You are not coming with me. You shook your head. You can go, it will take me an hour or two, you said, bringing your focus back to your laptop. But it will be late and it's not safe. That's completely fine, you can go. Chloe is not convinced and he looked at her. You can go, I have off tomorrow, I can rest, but you have to come, you said, assuring her. Seriously, why? I'm not working for the first time at this late, but if you brag like this, I will be late more. She sighed and gave you a side hug. Okay, bye then. Send me a location when you leave. You nodded. Okay, Mama. You both chuckled. Bye, sweetie. She replied, laughing, and walked. You have completed your work, as you yawned and looked at the clock. It's already 9. And everyone has gone by now, and you quickly packed your things. You pressed the button multiple times but lift didn't open. So you decided to take stairs, but lift opens as you are about to walk in but stopped as you see Jungkook. And he's talking on the phone while his eyes are on you. But you ignore and walked in pressing the button. Yeah, mom. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. He cut the call. There is a silence filled in the environment, and you are desperately waiting lift to reach lower ground immediately because it's feeling awkward. And he looked at the clock and you. Why were you working so late? He asked out of blue as you took a glance at him. I had some important work to complete by UD. You replied formally. You can do it tomorrow as well. It's not safe for female employees to work at this late, and we are not responsible for it. You sighed. You are new here, sir. I'm working from an year. I know my priorities. Jungkook gave you a look. Sure then, rules are changed now. No female employees working after shift. My company, my rules. He replied coldly. I'll keep that in my mind from now on. You better be. You give him bombastic side eye as you press the button aggressively. You will report me tomorrow sharp at 9. You look at him. It's pre-approved, you replied. Then I'm disappearing right now. Tomorrow at sharp 9. The lift door opened and he walked outside. We already walked outside. God, why me? Why he's so arrogant? Good thing I didn't marry him. My decision was right, he mumbled. Call me when you drop her home safely. Make sure she reaches to her house door, he said, and driver nodded. Sure, sir. Is there any guard with you? He nodded. Are you coming to my home as well? You said, walking to them, but he ignored as he's about to walk, but you held his sleeve. I'm speaking to you, mister. He side eye on your hand and then you. What are you getting by doing all this? Everything will never be like before, right? Come on, move on, he frustratedly said. But he smoothly pulled you closer while he gestured driver to leave them for a while, and he walked while he looked directly in your eyes. I did move on. Don't live in delusion. I'm not a man who roam around a woman. And you chuckle sarcastically. It doesn't seem like from your actions, you replied. I told you earlier, if I'm not wrong, Miss Kim, you sighed. It doesn't go like this. Try to understand. I ran that day because it's better to get hurt in once rather than every day. You try to make him understand. And why you think like that? You put hands on his shoulder. He just stared at you. I'm not a wife material. I have very big dreams. I was never ready to get married. Not in future too. Please try to understand. You softly said and he just stared your eyes. I was forced to marry you, but I never wanted to. He removed your hand. Even I was forced. If you try to talk me, the outcome might be different. You said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything you and your family suffered because of me. You replied and he stared at you for a while, but he walked from there. Oh, hello. At least let me complete. You looked at him unbelievably. Mr. John Jungkook, I'm not coming tomorrow. You yelled. I will pick you up from wherever you are. Keep that in mind. He growled back and you squeezed your eyes. He's so dominating. You mumbled. Mr. Attitude King, I'm not your wife that you can pick me from anywhere you want. You yelled again. Correction. Wife words are accepted. You are my employee. He firmly replied, making your mouth hung open as he opened his car and sat in. He frustratedly put files on his table and he looked up. What kind of rudeness is this? You give him a tight-lipped smile. Rudeness? Rudeness is what you are doing with me. Which team leads works under a CEO? You asked, raising yours. You are making me do work as if I'm your secretary. He took the files, ignoring your words. Don't talk nonsense. Concentrate on work. I'm not going to take this anymore, Mr. CEO. Are you going to give me extra pay for that? You asked and he just shook his head. Humans are responsible for their condition themselves. It depends the decision you make. You are working as an employee now in my company even though you have your dad's company. Also after marriage, I didn't want it, so I left everything behind. Neither my father's nor any other man's who controls my life. I don't want any person in my life who invades my personal life decision, you replied coldly. You know what men are? Dominating. And you are one of them. I can't live like my mother, you replied and he just listened. I would cry every day but ready to accept every challenge in my life. You took a deep breath. So you thought I would control your life. You chuckled a bit. Of course, like you are doing now. You said, shrugging your shoulder, and he shook his head. We'll stop here, otherwise we will end up somewhere else, he said, shaking his head. Of course, you can't win against me, he chuckled mockingly. Overconfidence drowned people at times, he mumbled and you rolled your eyes. Now take all the work from me you want. After it, I need a break of 2 hours. He ignored your words again. You control your frustration as you walk, stomping your foot and sit on the table. Start working while he took a glance at you but quickly look away as you both have an eye contact accidentally. Being independent costs a lot, you mumbled. Jungkook is talking on the call when you took all the files as you completed all the work he assigned to you on the time. Encouraged him underneath as you are walking in his direction. I have completed all the work but your foot tangled, making you stumble as he turns to look back. But to balance yourself, you grabbed his shirt, which ended up breaking his shirt button, making him stumble as well as you fell on the floor, but his hand covered your head and back, and he stopped on you while your eyes shut in fear and he just stared at you. You slowly opened your eyes and first thing you saw is the ring, which is touching your face, and he is wearing in chain as you slowly touch and hold it and looked at him while his eyes glued on you. Your heart stopped for a while as you gulped hard, as it was the same ring you both exchanged in engagement. You removed yours but kept it with you, but he was wearing it as necklace, which caught you off guard. But when he suddenly snatched it from you, got up from you, he quickly covered his shirt while you got up slowly, and you both didn't say anything, and you stared at him without blinking, and you felt something you felt when you both met at first sight. And it wasn't a friendly meeting, but yeah, that you have seen each other for the first time. And you won't deny it, he made your heart flutter for a second. Um he walked out without saying a word. I ran away once, but this man runs more than me, you mumbled. Does he fall for me at first sight? Oh god, I feel bad for him now, you mumbled. You are taking coffee and your mind is in your thoughts. When someone clicked, bringing you out of the thoughts, and you smiled. Oh, hello, Mr. Kang. You said, smiling softly, and he took a seat. So, how's the work going on? You pouted. Hectic, he chuckled. Do your best. Might you get promoted from your work? You just nodded. You are lucky that he chose you for that project. You chuckled a bit. I would be luckiest if he would not choose me, you mumbled. Sir is calling you, he said while wooing you, and you rolled your eyes. You opened the door when you heard a sound, something shattering on the floor. As you saw, it's your laptop and files you have completed, but your eyes weren't looking at your laptop. As you quickly walked in and went on your knees. My laptop, you mumbled, and he just stared at you as he shook his head. I don't like the work. Do it all over again. And you looked at him angrily. Why you did that? Why you just broke my left knee? Do you know how important it is? What the hell you break it? Jungkook interestedly looked. I'll buy you a new one. Or take my card. And this time you got up furiously. And you stared directly in his eyes. Do you know how important that was for me? It has all my hard work. How could you just... You stopped as you felt your throat getting heavy. You will buy me the laptop. How the I get my hard work? You lowered your tone while gritting your teeth. As you looked at your laptop and tried to on it with your shivering hands, and your body shivering badly, which made Jungkook regret immediately. And your tears fall down as he bent down to your lap. But before he could touch your shoulder, your phone rings and you pick it up before wiping your tears and correcting your throat. Yes, you said, but there is heaviness in your throat. Miss Kim, your appointment with our director. I hope you are all set. And before the presentation, please share your project with us, then we can start. You shut your eyes, letting your tears out as you hold your head, pressing your sobs. And Jungkook just watched you being guilty, and you took a deep breath. Can we postpone this meeting? There is some issue from my side. You hesitantly said, crossing your fingers. Sorry, we can't postpone. If there is some issue, sorry to hear that. But you can resolve in half an hour, or we have to cancel it. You shut your eyes, gasping. Sorry for the inconvenience. You can cancel, you said with heavy throat. Sure, have a good day. Call declined. You lazily dropped the phone on the floor as you grabbed your head and cried silently when he put hand on your shoulder. And before he could complete, I hope you're happy now. I hope you gave me the same pain I caused you. You mumbled in crying voice and looking at him. Is your revenge complete now? You successfully ruined years of hard work. My dream. He felt guilt, while your tears dropped uncontrollably, and Jungkook felt like to pull you in his embrace and wipe those tears off. which come because of him. As he tried to touch your cheeks, but you begged, please. And you took your broken laptop and walked out of his cabin, while he just watched you helplessly leaving, and there is nothing left for him right now. All he can see in your pain